going on, YouTube? It's your boy Exodia-Man here. I want to thank Danielson for allowing me to share this video with you, man. Was it top 8 at the ARG 1K Necroface, man. Gotta check this video out. The link will be in the description below to his channel. Go subscribe to him, man. Go holla at him. You know how it is, man. Peace, love, and dueling. Exodia-Man out.
Alright, what's up, everybody? It's me, Danny, from Overgrind, and today we have one of the best deck profiles that everybody has been anxiously awaiting for. This is Shawn Brown, aka Cisco's top 8 at the 1K Necroface Shenanigans deck. Cisco, can you give us a little rundown on the deck before we get into the profile and how you came to build the deck?
Well, I topped a regional way back in the Teledeck, Gladiator Beast, Blackwing format. I went 10-0 with the Necroface deck at the time. Ever since then, it's always just been in the back of my mind to recreate the deck.
Right.
Gold Sark eventually came back to 3. Allure came back to 3. Necroface was put at 2. Like, all the stars started aligning. Card Demise became a card. Everything was just kind of like opening itself up. Everything just kind of like started to fall into place. So I was like, you know what, let me give this thing a try again and see how it works out in the meta, because the deck has a way of fighting the duelist rather than fighting the field, which I always thought was absolutely amazing. It's like a third dimension to the game.
Hey, how are your matchups at the 1K event?
The 1K, my matchups were 2 Spiral, 2 Trickstar, a BA, and Mr. Roka's Lightsworn build.
How many decks did you lose to?
I lost to 1 Trickstar, and that was my friend Darren Vanilla, a teammate of ours. He helped me with the side and the tech, so we had a lot of experience playing.
So you beat Corey Roka's Lightsworns, and you beat Spiral, and you beat the other Trickster, but you lost to your teammates' Tricksters.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild as hell. How did you do in the main event?
I actually was debating on whether I was going to play the Necroface deck in the main event, but I didn't have the evening matches yet, which was a huge power boost for the deck. So I ended up running with the Draco
because everything
deck.
gets banished.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So there's a lot of sweet combos that I'll get into later on in the profile. But unfortunately, I didn't have the evening matches, so I couldn't run it during the main event.
Okay.
But once I was able to borrow the matches, I was able to play it in the 1K, and it was absolutely nuts.
Hey,
I got a couple plays I got to show you later on.
Hey, that sounds lit. Alright, well, the moment we've all been waiting for, let's get into the list.
Alright, well, I'm going to start off with the best tokens in the game. My man, the Goku Squad.
The Goku Squad.
They got me through the entire tournament.
Hey, they look nice.
So we're going to start off with the leading man. We got Mr. Necroface. Right. I could run him at 3, I would, but that's obviously broken. They knew what they were doing when they put this at 2.
Right. Oh, man.
Then we get into double Fairy Tale Snow.
Okay.
This is really the boss monster of the deck. The things you can do with this card are just unbelievable. She changes the text on a lot of the cards in the deck.
Okay.
And I'll explain a lot of
yeah, we definitely got to hear what that means.
Obviously, an auto win versus BA. I felt so bad for the BA player I played against. Every time he summoned something, it was just Bokamoon, Bokamoon,
Yeah,
next turn Bokamoon.
That's so ridiculous.
Of course, the combo off with the Fairy Tale Snow, his best friend, Giant Rex.
Giant Rex.
Yeah. As you know, Fairy Tale Snow banishes Rex plus a bunch of other cards, which triggers this effect to special summon it, which in turns leaves you with 2 on the field. Now, you can turn these into rank 4 XYZs or link. You could actually get to link 4 with this combo.
What?
If you do it during your opponent's end phase. During the end phase, you banish the 6 plus Rex, bring these 2 out. You go into a link 2, and then you can do it again.
Do it again, then you
bring
get a
out
link
2
4.
more and
Oh
go
my
into
God.
an easy link 4.
Yo, that's wild.
Now combo that with Scapegoats, and you can get up to 7 monsters on the field in one
my
turn. So
God.
you can go link 4, link 3, whatever you really want to do.
That's ridiculous.
Now, the card everybody expects you to play.
Right, here it is.
But I only have to do 1. The Grid Module.
Oh my God.
Everybody thinks that he would be the boss monster in the deck. He's more like just a threat that you need to have.
Right.
The fact that you have him in your deck gives you so much power. Because they have to worry about monsters they leave in attack mode. And this gives you the most devastating set 1 in the game.
Yeah.
You go set 1 in this deck, just set a monster in the field, and they're just, people will start freaking out.
Yeah, because they don't know.
When they know you have this, they will not attack anything you set face down. They will destroy it with any means necessary. Raigeki. I've had bluff cards get, like, I can set a Snow, I can set a Rex, and I've had them Raigeki. I've had my set Snow get Kaiju.
Wow, just because they think that
Just
you have
because
the
they think the Maju is there. Or if they'll get banished off Necroface, they'll see it as an option.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, and that's another thing the Necroface does. When it mills, it relays options that scare the hell out of your opponent.
Okay.
So they have to play around cards whether you have them or not.
Damn, that's wild.
Now, the last monster of the deck is Blue Boy.
The last monster is a blue boy?
The last monster of the deck is one Blue Boy.
What the hell?
I was tinkering around between 1 and 2 of them. 2 is still good, but I wanted to cut the number down so I didn't draw a second Blue Boy off of, like, what's it called? Card of Demise.
Okay.
So I figured that this would be a little bit better. But yeah, the Blue Boy helps with the spell engine, which I'll get into, and you'll see why that works.
Such a small monster count. And everyone, when I made the post on Zodiac, everybody was like looking at it, because what draw them to it was that you only played the 1 Maju, because the other kid that got the feature match at the YCS, he was playing 3 Maju.
Well, I'll show you why. Because with the 1 Maju, I have ways of getting it back. So if it happens, it happens.
Oh my god.
If it doesn't, I don't rely on the strategy.
This is insane. Oh
now,
my god.
this is the part where people started to lose me.
Let's get into the spells.
Triple Sword.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
This deck has an incredible amount of spells that
Right.
can be activated in 1 turn.
Right.
Off of this card alone, I can go up maybe 6K in 1 turn.
God damn. What
If
the
I have
hell?
multiples, it gets really nasty, and it counts not only for my spells, for every spell
Played.
each one is played. So
Oh
my
my
opponent
God.
and myself count. A lot of my opponents don't realize, so when they start their turn, they'll start cycling through all their
Right,
cards.
exactly.
5, 5, 5, 5,
Right,
5.
exactly. Like the
Against
terraformings.
pendulums,
Oh my god.
it gets
against
nasty.
pendulum is
Set scale,
fucking
5,
ridiculous.
set scale.
Right.
Wavering Eyes, 5,
5.
5.
The continuous spell, 5. Oh my
It
god.
adds up, and people don't even realize how much it adds up, especially after I get my turn started.
That's fucking wild.
Now, the combo with the spell absorptions, we gotta keep it going. We got triple soul
What
absorption.
the fuck is going on?
Naturally, this is a Necroface deck. We're going to be banishing a lot of cards.
Hell yeah.
Between Fairy Tale Snow. Fairy Tale Snow is 3,500 under this.
Oh my god.
Pot of Desires is 5,000 under this.
Oh my goodness. What the fuck?
Gold Sark in the Necroface is 5,500 under this. Because the Gold Sark hits the Necroface, that's 5.
Yeah.
Necroface effect hits for another 10.
Oh my
That's
god.
55. And then there's an off chance that you might hit another Necroface.
And that's
which keeps
more.
the cycle going.
Oh my Jesus.
There was, Jesus. There was one player, unfortunate enough. He tapped out. He literally scooped because I thought my hand was going to be bad.
Right.
But I opened up 3 of these.
Ooh, what the fuck?
A Gold Sark and a Desires.
Oh my god. So what,
So I played all 3 of them. I activated the
I
Gold
can't do
Sark
math.
first. It's 55, 55, 55. So that's like, what, 16.5?
Yeah.
And then the Necroface hit, and then I activated Desire, so there's another 15K.
That's like 31,000.
I was like at like 39,000 before my turn in.
Fuck. Oh my god.
He's just like, I'm not dealing with that.
I'm not dealing with that.
I tap out.
Oh my gosh. That's fucking
So
wild.
people look at this like, oh, it might not be consistent or whatever, but these cards in the right combination of hands can actually force your opponents to just
Right.
scoop. They'll willingly scoop with 8,000 life points.
Spell absorb shit.
Next
and
one.
their ultis.
Of course,
Nice.
you always gotta do ulti.
Nice.
And of course, the company, the soul absorptions, you got the
Yeah.
3 Gold Sarks, mandatory.
Right.
Now, the cool thing about this is, obviously, it combos with the soul absorption, but by itself, just banishing this for the Necroface, if I'm going first, I get a free look into my opponent's deck. So I can plan accordingly.
Exactly.
You know?
Oh, that's
if I
nasty.
feel like it's a deck that can destroy back rows, I might hold off from activating my card of Demise. And that's the information I can get off of this.
Wow.
I can use this to banish the Giant Rex for a free special summon.
Right.
So this can be a level 4 monster if it needs to be. This can be free information. This can be plus 5,500.
That's nasty.
And of course, I play cards like Demise, as you'll see, and Evenly Matched. So what I did in one game, after netting a couple pluses, I ended up having 3 of these.
Right.
So first one I banished Necroface, naturally. Second one I banished card Demise. The third one I banished Evenly Matched.
What the fuck? That's wild.
So I told my opponent, I basically got cards out of my opponent's deck. I told my opponent I'm going to be drawing cards, and I told him if you put too much pressure on me, I'm going to evenly match
you're
him.
You're going to get punished. Oh my
goodness.
That's ridiculous.
Now, since it's a combo deck, of course we have
dualities.
3 dualities.
Secrets.
This way we can match up our options. If I have this nice Gold Sark, I can use this to search for the soul absorption or see if there's anything coming up that might be of use.
Did your Gold Sark... Wait, can Gold Sark be ashed? I'm curious.
No, Gold Sark cannot be ashed because it banishes the card and then it adds it to your hand from the banish pile.
I was about to
There's
question
been times where, people have had the ash and they've had the Droll and Lockbird, and I'm like, wait, I'm going back in my deck. And they're like, how are you going back in your deck under Droll? And it's the Gold Sark.
Right, okay. Damn, that's a good loophole right there.
And then, what we got next? Of course. Now, here comes the draw engine.
Yeah.
We got 3 card demises.
Oh,
wow. This card is obviously good for the plus, but it's also a really good tool for helping getting Fairy Tale Snow into the graveyard.
Okay.
You want to get your Rex and your Snow live as soon as possible to get your offense running.
Okay.
Drawing multiple isn't really a problem because I can edit it out with either the dualities or I could just set it and use it for something later. This deck really doesn't care about losing the cards on the field because everything is going to be used later, and I'll show you how that works.
Okay.
So naturally we have the 3 desires. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm terrible.
Damn.
Only have 2 of the secrets.
Damn.
But this card is... This deck has to be the only deck that can play 3 of these or more in a single duel.
What the fuck?
When you combo this with Necroface, you put everything back into the deck. So I could go activate this, and then activate this starting the next turn, summon Necroface, put everything back into the deck, and then activate the 3rd one, and keep doing it. It's
right, because you're always recycling your cards. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's wild.
Because the thing about Fairy Tale Snow and... Where did I put it at? The thing about Fairy Tale Snow and Necroface is the fact that Fairy Tale Snow, when it's in the graveyard, it's going to banish your entire graveyard from play.
Right.
And then you summon the Necroface to put your entire banish pile back into the deck.
Okay.
Thus creating an infinite loop.
Oh, what the
So you can activate as many Potter's desires as you wish. It's free pot for everybody.
Oh my god, hashtag free pot.
Free pot for everybody.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Continue on with the draw power. We got...
That's so nasty.
3 into the voids. Once again, we like getting those Fairy Tale Snows into the graveyard.
Right.
And you always have a hand. You're never not going to have a hand. So these things are always going to be live. And besides, who doesn't like 3 extra copies of Upstart?
Exactly.
So.
What?
And of course, well, we got the Upstart.
Yeah, of course, the one Upstart.
And then we have the other Upstart. The one day of peace.
Oh man.
Now, 1 day of peace is so broken in this deck because it does multiple things. One, yes, it helps neutralize the battle phase. It gets you deeper through your deck, of course, so being the 5th Upstart. It gives your opponent an extra card, which you might think is a neg, but I have a trap card in here, which increases, which actually benefits from the more cards that your opponent has. Playing this after playing a Gold Sark guarantees you a turn of buffer to get to your extra cards. So playing Gold Sarking for evenly matched and then playing a 1 day of peace is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Your opponent has 1 turn, and mind you, you have all this life.
Exactly.
So you have nothing but time.
Exactly. Oh my god.
You have nothing but time.
That's fucking disgusting.
I did this to a player at the 1K. I hit him with the Gold Sark 1 day of peace combo.
So you just had to look at him like, homeboy, if you can't kill me,
it's over. You can't kill me, bro. You were never going to kill me.
Oh my god.
Now, of course, with the Blue Boys, we got the Spellbook engine.
Right.
Now, I like this because when you combo this with the soul absorptions, with the spell absorptions, it gets you a nice little head start. That's like a plus 1,000 right there, and that's your pluses.
Right, that's pretty
plus
good.
one.
That's pretty good.
The new edition, of course, the scapegoats. Now, we already know what scapegoats can do for a deck and what kind of feels it produces.
Exactly.
But when you combo that with the Fairy Tale Snow and the Giant Rex, you can get way further. Plus, you have your normal summon. So you have your 4 tokens. You have the option of Snow and Rex, and you have your normal summon.
Right.
So you can dive deep into the links.
That's ridiculous.
I've had to use it to defend myself a couple times, but it's actually cool. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if people even recognize this. Against your opponent, if you catch them with a scapegoat token on the field and you evenly match them, they have to clear their board for everything except for the token.
Whoa! This is my first time hearing about that.
You can't
serious?
send the tokens to the graveyard, or you can't
like banish them.
Yeah.
So they have to get rid of everything.
They have to get everything but the tokens with evenly matched.
Ooh, that's so dirty. What the fuck? Yeah, that's my first time hearing that. That's pretty ridiculous.
Naturally, you got Raigeki because we're drawing cards.
Exactly.
And then we got the Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial for Snow. Foolish Burial for Rex. Foolish Burial for the Necroface if you have the other cards already in there.
Right.
You always normally want to just go for the first 2, the Rex or the Snow. But there was definitely a play where I had the Soul Absorption and a Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard. So I dumped the Necroface, then banished everything, got my life points, and then summoned the Necroface from my hand and put everything back.
Oh my god. I can't imagine being across the table while watching all that transpire.
Most people rage. Most people rage. Now we get to the trap cards. The trap cards are insane for this deck. We already got, and we got 3 Balance of Judgment.
What? Oh my god! I haven't seen this card in so long.
Card is ridiculous. Now, what ends up happening when playing is that your life points are so ridiculously high, it forces your opponent to do what? Commit to the field.
Exactly.
They have to get your life points down as fast as possible because you're going to regenerate. You regenerate in this deck. So they have to hit you hard, they have to hit you fast. Now, in order to do that, you commit cards to the field.
Right.
For every card you commit to the field, you can draw off the Balance of Judgment. Now, when you combine that with Fairy Tale Snow's cost effect, you can activate the Balance of Judgment, and normally it will count itself as the cost, but you can use Fairy Tale Snow effect to clear the board.
Oh my god.
So you draw for everything that they have.
What the fuck?
Now, diving deeper into that with the Snows, we have the 3 evenly matches.
Right.
This right here is what I call the Guide Breaker combo.
Okay.
If you have evenly matched and Balance of Judgment, there's even situations you can have this in your hand, but I'll explain later.
Okay.
You can have the evenly matched and the Balance of Judgment evenly matched, and then the Snow in the graveyard. I can go activate evenly matched during the end of your battle phase. Chain Balance of Judgment. Then I'll chain Fairy Tale Snow, removing both of these. And anything else I have on the field is summon Snow back.
Oh my god!
Snow will be the only card counted on the field for me.
Right.
I'm going to count all the cards in your field for my draw, and then I'm going to
evenly
banish your entire field.
Yo, how many times did you pull that off?
At least 3 times. There's 3 copies of each, so the combo comes up way more often than you think.
Oh my god, what the fuck? That's so fucking ridiculously broken.
So you literally, like, you neg your opponent hard, and you plus for everything that they
neg. Off
neg.
of their shit. Yes.
And what I was saying is, with this in your hand, is this deck plays evenly matched better than any other deck in the game.
Okay.
Because of Snow. I can have a full back row.
Right.
And you exit your battle phase, I could change Snow, banish my entire back row.
Right.
Activate evenly matched from my hand.
Oh man, so then everything will get banished to the opponent's field because
they'll never see it coming because you had cards on the field at the end of their turn.
Oh yeah, so they'll think like,
so they'll walk into it, you'll never see it. Or you can activate the Balance of Judgment, draw the evenly matched, and then activate it like a hand trap.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
It was devastating.
Oh my god, that's so fucking broken. Yo, this is ridiculous. I have never seen no shit like this.
So
why couldn't this be on the YCS feature match? This is ridiculous.
During the 1K, I was playing against. Oh, this is the best player of the day. I was playing against a Trickstar player. He goes, I have 7 cards left in deck.
Okay.
No. I'm sorry. I have one card left in deck, and I have like 7 cards in my hand because I just activated a Balance of Judgment.
Okay.
He sets a Trickstar Reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
He activates the Reincarnation. I use Fairy Tale Snow's effect to banish my entire hand minus 1 card.
One card.
One card.
One card.
I banish my hand. The last card in deck, Necroface.
No! No!
I summon Necroface, put everything back in deck. I've never seen someone more sick.
No! Oh my god.
I look through my banished pile, look through my face downs, look through my graveyard like he's not in there.
No!
Still there.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Wow.
Moving on to side deck.
Yeah, we can go to the side deck now.
Side deck, I played double side blocker.
Okay.
Obviously, he's good for everything you can call with him. For me, he was extra level 4 for my because in the extra deck I play Bujin Amaterasu.
Amaterasu, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And with Amaterasu, I can toolbox my remove from play pile. This deck doesn't only plays 3. No, this deck only plays 4 level 4s, and it can get kind of weird. Or 5 level 4s, actually. It can get kind of weird trying to get 3 of them on the field at the same time.
Right.
This gives me a little bit extra, because I can summon this, call something, then banish Snow, banish Rex.
And then you got 2 more.
Go into Amaterasu, and whatever I banish off Snow becomes a target for the Amaterasu. So if it's Grim Maju, then I can toolbox the Grim Maju back to the field, and I can attack with it after attacking, or whatever I do with it.
Yo, that's fucking, that's
side
pretty,
blocker.
It's a pretty good way to use the side deck.
This card was the biggest. I didn't actually summon him, but the threat or the knowledge that he was in the deck kept a lot of people at pace, and that was 2 Rod Sphere modes.
Sphere mode, the meme.
So the thing about the Sphere modes is I needed something that I could summon. This deck has a lot of special summoning restrictions on your turn. It kind of reminds me of a Cosmo deck. I do all my special summoning on my opponent's turn.
Right.
So with the Trickstar board, not the Trickstar board, Spiral board, this helps break that. And what happens if you hit this off a Necroface, they'll know that it's in there, so they create softer boards.
Right.
They might just bring out Sleeper and one other monster to try to play around this. That's fine. The softer your board, the less damage you can do to me.
Exactly.
Less damage you can do to me. So.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Just put strike some fear in though.
Right.
It's pretty good.
We got
Zaphion.
Zaphion combos with a lot of the other cards in my side deck, which I'll get to, but he's just a really great normal summon. I mean, you have this deck doesn't have too much removal outside of like a Tornado Dragon and evenly matches. So this just helps me get through those like Draco matchups, the Paleo matchups, anything that I think it might be useful for.
Okay.
Oh, and my card, my techie,
Metaion. Oh,
Metaion,
shit.
yes. Metaion, I was putting him in against the Spiral players. It's just,
because he just clears the board.
Just gets rid of the board. It's just another answer to deal with it. It combos off with the, not really combos, but it's an added threat with the raw sphere modes. Like now that they don't want to commit 3 to the board, well then fine, I got this guy. You know, he can just come out and handle things.
Oh my god.
Still hating on Spiral because they can never get enough tension. We got the 3 spell shattering arrows.
Oh shit.
With the spell shattering arrows, I had a cool play versus the Spiral player. I played round 1. He knew I played the Scapegoats, and I know he knew I played the Scapegoats because we had already resolved it. So what I did is I set 1 Scapegoat and I kept this in my hand. He goes Sleeper, target my back row during the end phase, and I activate it from my hand during the end phase and blow his board.
Oh man.
Easy peasy. We all know what this card does.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that kills Resort. Oh my
next
god.
card, of course, 3 Magical Spring.
Yes.
People were thinking that I shouldn't play Spring because I play so many continuous spells myself. But what ends up happening is I can have Spell Absorption, Soul Absorption, whatever face up on the field, activate Magical Spring. My opponent will look at me and be like, well, you're going to draw, you're going to discard. It's only maybe like 1 and discard a bunch. They'll just let it ride. They won't ash it. I've had this card not get ashed so many times where they had ash because I'll set that as the bait. I'll use the Fairy Tale Snow, banish my whole back row, and I'll end up drawing for every face-up that they have and discarding 0.
Yes.
If you don't have any face-up spells, there's nothing to discard.
Exactly.
So this card is like my card of demise slash this thing is just so much. There's so much juice right here. This plus Snow is just ridiculous. Playing against Pendulum, you Magical Spring, clear the board, and then, like I said, we played cards like him. He doesn't care about the penalty first. Right?
Yeah, it's that they can't be.
So I can spring you, draw into this, send this, play this, and then get rid of your whole board. Or I could draw into the evenly matches and clear your board regardless. We were never taking drawbacks from Magical Spring.
What the fuck is this deck? Oh my god.
Then we got the 2 Unending Nightmare.
Okay.
I mean, with infinite life points, why not?
Exactly. You're just
like, this is free. You're just like,
it's super free.
It's so free. It just says, you play a card, I'm popping it. Like,
exactly.
Why not? Life points don't matter in this deck.
It doesn't.
We were never dying. We were never dying.
Some people might hear this and think, like, how ironic is it that a life point deck lost to a burn deck in Trickster? So, like, what happened there?
Well, with that was playing against a friend. Like I said, he knew how to play against the deck. He knew the text of the deck. And I got a little too familiar with playing with him. Made that mistake of playing a buddy. I've activated my Into the Void. He Joel and Lockbird combo with me. He hit me with the Joel and Lockbird. And we just started laughing and joking about how, like, we both know that it just slows down the turn, but it doesn't actually, like, hurt me. Like, I'm sitting on life points, I can just wait till next turn. Most hand traps are just a pure -1 because I can just always pass and wait till the next turn.
Right.
But then what ended up happening is I actually just forgot that I activated it Into the Void and went to end my turn and ended up dropping my hand. And I was like, oh, wow.
Damn.
Like, I got way too relaxed too fast. But,
oh, man.
Yeah, it wasn't really a legit loss. It was just like, playing a friend got too casual.
Okay.
It happens. Going into the side deck. Side deck is, the extra deck. Extra deck is real.
Really?
We got the Abyss Dweller. Damn. Like I said, we got the Giant Rex Fairy Tale Snow engine, so we can make these all day. We got the Bujinti Tsukiyomi. It's Fairy Tale Snow, so if I have a Fairy Tale Snow in my hand and a Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard, I can always banish, summon, make this guy. Or if I have 2 in the graveyard and I really want to clear my, empty out my graveyard, I can summon 2, go into him, see what happens there.
Yeah.
It's just an extra deck version of a pot.
Okay.
Got Castiel Toolbox, got Tornado Dragon Toolbox, Utopia, because sometimes we gotta get over those big monsters. Then we got the Amaterasu.
Amaterasu, yes.
Amaterasu, you get her out, she's a boss. Like I said, she can target any of your banished monsters, add special summon it to the field during your turn. Obviously, you would bring back Grimaju, or you have a problem monster, you could bring back the Fairy Tale Snow if you like. I've used it sometimes to bring back Necroface. And I'll do it, like if my opponent's low on deck, I'll banish the Necroface to try to lower their deck, and then summon this guy, and special summon the Necroface back from the banish pile, and then banish it again to try to reach deeper into their deck.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
If at any point in time I need a Necroface to summon so I don't deck out, I can use a secondary effect
to add it back to,
it back to my hand from the banish pile, so I can summon it and reset my deck. Yeah, you get her out, she's a boss.
Yo.
She's a boss.
What the fuck?
And then we go into the link section. We got the spiders, we got the proxies, Akish. Oh, funny play with her. I had Spellbook of Knowledge one time, and I Scapegoats. And I needed to dig deeper into my deck. So I went into the Link Spider, Akashic Magician. Then I activated the Spellbook of Knowledge.
Sending her
to the graveyard. Drew deeper into my deck, and I was able to keep it going.
Spellcaster. Oh, shit.
So it's an on-command spellcaster for
knowledge.
For knowledge, if you ever need be. That play only came up one time, but it was just kind of cute to see it.
It's still there, exactly.
Now we could make Decode, of course, and then we got the Firewall.
Oh, and Topologic.
Topologic is especially spicy in this.
Okay.
Because if I make Topologic, I always have the option of banishing from my graveyard to summon Snow. So if I make this, and at any point in time I think you're getting too carried on with your board, I can summon Snow and just nuke the field.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
So I can just sit on him as a defensive.
Yeah. So it's just an on-command board wipe. That's pretty good.
There's also room in here. You could change up these Link monsters, maybe add in a Bora load. I didn't have a chance to add that, but if I could have, I would have.
Oh my god, this deck is amazing.